All right. Good morning, everyone. I'm just posting my quick announcements that I'm live on stuff. Okay. All right. Oh, that's not right. Oh, there. Okay. All right. Good morning, everyone. Market opens up in 2 minutes. And it'll be okay. So update for today's stream. So for any of the homies that are always here every morning, in New York session, I'm gonna start watching ES over here on the right instead of gold. I really like gold during Asia session. I think I'm gonna be only trading gold like during Asia session. But I've been thinking about how like ES and NQ are the correlating assets and they move together. And yesterday I just spent a little bit of time like looking at the chart of yesterday's move, right? And what I noticed is there was a trade I skipped out on yesterday. I missed out on NQ. It was a trade opportunity right here. Price came down, pushed up, came back down, swept this low, and then pushed off. NQ, or sorry, ES, where is it? Did literally the same exact thing. And so I'm going to start watching it. I'm going to start watching it for the 1 minute kill shot. I'm going to start watching it just how it moves because they are correlated assets. And what I notice, every trader who trades NQ, who's a more profitable trader than I am, they watch ES and NQ at the same time. So I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to start paying attention to ES. I don't know if I'm going to be trading it for a little while, but I just want to continue watching it. All right, market is now open. Let's see what this 5 minute candle kind of does for us. This first opening candle here and see what kind of opportunities we get. Still NQ and ES look very bearish. NQ still looks very bearish, especially from yesterday. Good morning, Matt. Hey, you're from TikTok. What's up, dude? Good morning. Hope you're having a good day. I wish I could get on my YouTube and like my Streamlabs stuff. I wish I could get my, like how TikTok had me cut out. I wish I could get that on this. I think I need a green screen or something. I don't have a green screen. Depending on how NQ reacts to this 5 minute low here, I might be taking something here. We'll see. If it leaves a big rejection wick off this low and pushing up, I'd be open to taking something here on NQ. We'd have to drop down on the 1 minute though and see if there's any fair value gaps, which there is. There's that really large one. But still, Nasdaq and ES over here look very, very bearish still in the higher time frames. I think we come and attack these day lows today, if anything. We'll see though. Wait for the candles to tell us. We don't predict the market. We react to what the candles are giving us. I'm not a predictions expert. All right, 47 seconds, and this 5-minute candle will close, and we'll get our opening range as the market opens up here. And we get that first 5-minute candle that potentially could give us our first signal that we'd need for a trade. One thing that I've really struggled to understand is SMT. Like here, is this the SMT that they both made lower, like a lower high here? Right, like this essentially. That NQ made a lower high, and then ES also did the same from here to here. They're both bearish. I stick pretty nearby for liquidity. Okay, so 5-minute close below this low on both ES and NQ. So I got nothing as of right now. But like I stay right now, like this is my liquidities that I'm looking for, right? 5-minute highs and lows. Here, I'll actually put it on, since I don't have anything for a little while, I'll put everything I look for in a text box right here. So these are all the... Oh, nope. Heads up, the anchor text tool will be removed soon. Use the text tool with the anchor option. Oh, okay. Let's use this. Okay. This is liquidity. I'll do it from the top to bottom. So month, high, low. Week, high, low. Day, high, low. Session, high, low. M5, high, low. These are all the liquidity. This is all the liquidity I look for. I don't look for anything else. This pretty much will mark out all the key levels you need. Liquidity, month high low, week high low, day high low, and then session high low. So London, New York, Asia, session high lows, stuff like that. And then M5 high lows. I'll mark out those. Because M5 high lows is what I'm looking for a potential sweep of liquidity and reactions off of that. I wonder what the anchor means. So if I go like this. Oh, that's how they do it. I see now. I see now. Oh. Ah. Actually, let's do this. There. So if you want to take note of that, that's all the liquidity I look for. So like when October ended and November started, I marked out the new month high low of what October did. Every Sunday night, when a week ends, I mark out the high low of the previous week. Every day, when I get to the chart in the morning, I mark out the previous day's high low. If it hasn't been touched yet, right? Wow, look at the price right now. And then M5 high lows, whatever highs have not been tapped into. So like this high hasn't been touched. This low didn't get touched until market open, right? So this one I can delete now. All right. NQ is hitting day low, and ES is hitting a week low here. Is it targeting sell side liquidity? Right now, I would say this is targeting buy side liquidity. If the proper term, I think, is right. Because right, what is buy side? Oh wait, no. Yeah, you're right. Sell side liquidity. Yes. Hey, Sean. Good morning. Yes. Because like, right. So say if people had, you know, a long position. And right, a stop loss, if they went long, if they have their stop loss here, that's sell side, right? Because their stop loss would be a sell limit or sell stop. So yeah, they're targeting sell side liquidity. And we're at day low. We closed through it. Now I want to see how like ES reacts, how NQ reacts. We're not trading it, Sean. What I put it up this morning because I was like, gold hasn't really done anything during New York session. Like I haven't in the last 2 weeks. I don't think I've traded gold at all during New York session. I think it's all been during Asia. So I was like, why am I watching gold over here? When I notice with every trader that is like a more profitable trader than I am, who's been doing it for a very long time, like 10 years, 5+ years, they all, when they're day trading, look at NQ and ES at the same time. And so yesterday I spent a little bit of time like looking at the ES chart of like, I want to see like, what does it look like? And they looked very similar and they were correlating assets. So I was like, why during New York session am I not looking at ES? Why am I looking at gold when I should probably be looking at ES? So I'm just going to get in the habit of starting during New York session looking at ES rather than gold because they're correlating assets and potentially start trading it. We'll see. I might start trading it. I might not. I want to give it time. I don't want to rush into it if it is something I'm going to trade. I want to give it time and I want to like learn it first because I've never traded ES, so I'm not just gonna jump into a new asset that I have never traded. But I want to just watch it. Like if you look right now, like ES and NQ look identical, right? They broke through this low. Both of them broke through this low. Both of them made lower highs, right? So like, I think it's smart to watch it because what I notice is every other trader who's good does. Wow, look at Bitcoin's reaction over here. So I don't quite understand SMT. I don't quite understand it. So like, I'm not gonna tell you guys like I know what an SMT is. I honestly, it's like one of the one concepts I cannot grasp. I don't understand it. I also really haven't really spent a lot of time trying to understand it. I've watched several videos on it, and I've like TGR. That's like TGR's main thing. He loves SMT, right? I've tried to watch his stuff on SMT, but for some reason my mind just doesn't get it. With what I think it is, and maybe Sean, you know it. What I think it is like this right here is an SMT with NQ and ES. They both made a lower high here before they dumped. I could be wrong. I don't know. If that's the SMT, I'm not quite sure. I know traders who know. Oh, that's not it. Okay. That's why I was like, I don't really want to try to explain it because I don't want to explain it wrong and then someone take my word for it. Because oh my gosh, Bitcoin. Look at Bitcoin over here. Bitcoin just rocketed up. Look at that 5-minute candle on Bitcoin. Holy smokes. Jeez, okay, so this 5-minute high is irrelevant now. The next level for Bitcoin. Honestly, it's probably this 5-minute high or London high for me on Bitcoin. And I can mark out this M5 low now. Yeah, I now that I'm kind of looking at ES, I think I want to I don't know. I don't know if I really want to try to learn SMT. If anything, what I want to see is like, say, because I know sometimes, right? Like say ES and ES would be maybe the leading indicator or leading asset, right? And NQ's lagging. And say if NQ sets up a 1-minute kill shot and ES is diving and it like sets up a 1-minute kill shot up here and hasn't started diving yet, that could be a confluence of like, hey, look, ES is the leading asset here. This helps me even be more confident to the short, you know? Or same thing for ES. Like if ES does a 1-minute kill shot and NQ's like say right now, say ES came down and made a 1-minute kill shot here at this weak low, but say Nasdaq just rips up and starts attacking this buy side liquidity up here, I can say, ooh, maybe that's a good leading indicator that ES is lagging and is about to rip up. And if it gives us a 1-minute kill shot, like let's definitely take that, you know? But I want to watch it first because I don't want to just run into it. Like this is something brand new. I'm literally starting it day one today. So we're just going to like journal. We're going to trade journal and we're going to see like what are things we can spot probably over the next month. I probably won't trade it for the next month. And I'll just spend this month watching and seeing what things I can notice. And Bitcoin, I'm shocked of that candle that just randomly ripped in here. Bitcoin's hovering just right around that 100K mark. Maybe Bitcoin will finally break out of this chop that it's in. I kind of hope that it comes and attacks these day lows. If it's going to go long, right? Like if it's going to end up going long, I would want it to manipulate these lows, just like kind of like ES and Nasdaq did, where they came down and tapped into those day lows and then give us something. Oh, I forgot to turn this on. There we go. That's a little better lighting. TikTok stream yesterday was good. We actually had quite a bit of people showing up, a lot of chat, like a lot of chatting. We gained quite a good amount of followers. It was good. It was fun. I'm gonna start doing it more often. I like it. I think I'm gonna keep Asia session literally just for TikTok because it gets a lot of momentum, and the chat is like a lot. And so like when you're trying to like watch the trading and then the chat's like coming in, you know, a lot, it just, when you're balancing multiple, it makes it, I don't know. I might do. I told you, bro. Yeah, you did. You did. You literally told me to. I was like, you know, I should. It was really good, and I made a little bit of money. Like I made like, I think it was like 30 cents. But hey, I made a little bit of money streaming. Like, I haven't made a dime on YouTube. I haven't made a dime from YouTube. First stream or a second stream this week doing TikTok, I made 30 cents. So let's go. TikTok really wants live streamers too. Like TikTok constantly will like send me emails and notifications about like, hey, please go live. Like, we want you to go live and we want to reward you for it. And so I'm like, all right, I'll try it out. Can I anchor these? I can't. Okay. Let's leave them up there for now. All right, we'll see what Bitcoin does here. Bitcoin's not really giving us something. NQ could potentially give us something if it comes and like really wicks this low here. Like, so say if NQ comes down and gives a pretty aggressive wick here, I'm kind of hoping it does that, because this could be definitely where NQ reverses and starts attacking these highs up here. Let me remove this line because I don't even know what if that is. So, but like ES right now is potentially inverting this 5-minute fair value gap. All right, you have this. Yeah, they do. I also got like little gifts. So, like people were doing like I think they're called like roses and stuff. Like you know how they can gift little like roses and like things like that. I was getting a couple of those things. It was fun. I liked it. I actually really enjoyed it. I will be doing it. My days I can do it are Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. So I'll probably be trying to get in the rhythm of like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday streaming on TikTok during Asia session. Because Asia session's very slow, right? It's not as fast paced as New York session. So I can spend a lot more time like chatting, just kind of hanging out, slowly watching the charts. Where New York is like you gotta be focused. You gotta be, paying attention. Dude, NQ and ES literally are like identical, dude. They are literally like so similar. So NQ is like what, the top 100 companies, and then ES is what, the top 500? I didn't know there was, dude, Asia session was very choppy last night. I didn't catch anything yesterday. It was a very, very choppy. Like gold was very choppy. Bitcoin was very choppy. Nasdaq was very choppy. I just didn't like. I didn't see really any setups, and also I was like, I don't really like the way price is moving. Like it would start to move up, and then just go right the opposite way, and then as it was going down, it would go right the opposite way. And so I was like, all right, price is very indecisive. And I was like, I would rather just wait to see what New York session does, because I think New York will give like a final move breakout of that consolidation that it was doing. But normally gold presents something. It didn't yesterday. Actually, that's not true. Gold did yesterday, but it didn't tap. I wasn't feeling it because price was choppy. But gold, we'll look on this one real fast. Gold did do this right here. Gold did this 1 minute kill shot, but you would have never gone tapped in. So even though it presented it, let's go to it real fast. The first inverse fair value gap is here. It never retraced back down to tap you in. So you would have never gotten tapped in either way. But there technically was one yesterday, but it ran. And look at it, it didn't even go that far. Look, it ran up, and then look what it did. Chop, 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 and then this is like what? This is 2 a.m. my time. Like I'm not gonna stay up for this. So I was like, yeah, I just kind of stayed out of the market. Yeah, I don't see anything on gold right now. Let's go back to ES. Hey, let's go. Thank you so much for the follow, Nip Nick. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Some followers on Twitch. Let's go. Twitch was another platform I actually did make a little bit of money from streaming. That was like my first money I ever made from streaming. It was like $5 or something like that. I was like, okay. Little momentum. I haven't done anything yet, but I'm hoping the streaming stuff could like, I think streaming's pretty fun, especially with the day trading. What reaction are you waiting on NAS and ES? I'm waiting for a sweep of liquidity. Right, so like this push up to me, it could give what I would call a V-shaped recovery, right? Where like it just decides to come down and just leaves, right? And just runs. What I like to wait for here is price to come down, right? Price to come down and sweep this low here. Because right, what typically will happen is price will go bullish, people will start going long, and then all those stop losses, right, are down here. They'll run those stops one more time, sweep the liquidity if it's really going to go long, right? Sweep that liquidity one more time, leaving a large wick, and then that's when you go. Because now you're not getting trapped. Sometimes, right, sometimes it will just run. Sometimes it will just go and leave you behind. But most of the time, like I'd say 8 out of 10 times, 7 out of 10 times, it's going to come back down and sweep this before it goes. And I'd rather wait for that than try to take the trade early, right? Because like, I don't know, in my opinion, I've just been stopped out too many times that way, and I just don't like it. See? This could come down, right? And sweep this. We'll see what it does. And right, like we also have this 5-minute fair value gap that we're currently in on Nasdaq. ES did invert that fair value gap, but ES just tapped into this 5-minute fair value gap, and look at the reaction it's getting off of it, right? So realistically, if price is going to continue to the downside and continue bearish, when it gets to this low here, it should push through it if it's going to be bearish. But if it decides to leave a large wick off of it, that's indication that, okay, maybe buyers are going to start stepping in now, and maybe buyers are going to start taking over the market. Because especially after price has tapped into an imbalance, right, a fair value gap, and pushed off of it aggressively, this shouldn't stop price. It should push through. But if it does stop price, that's an indication like, okay, maybe now we're getting that flip and the reversal to go long and attack this external range liquidity. Yep, learning from mistakes. That's why I always recommend trade journal. Journal your trades, because you'll learn from stuff like that as you're journaling your trades. But down here at this low, I want it to be a pretty obvious wick. I don't want it to be like something like, oh, I don't know how I'm feeling. I want it to be pretty obvious, because if we zoom out, right, if we go to the 1 hour time frame or even the 4 hour time frame, right, ultimately price is very bearish right now. So you'd be fighting an army of, sellers to try to go long here. Same for ES, right? So like I want it to be pretty obvious if it's going to go long. I don't want it to be like I don't know, is that a rejection off that low? I want it to be like, no, that's a very rejective wick right there. Because realistically, we could definitely come down to this low. This is a weak low. Like ES is at a weak low. That's more powerful than a day low. So Nasdaq could definitely come down to this weak low before it decides to reverse. You know. How do you get this to like be centered? It's really bothering me. Text bold. Whatever. Elio, good morning. Good. We're just being patient. We're waiting. We might get something soon here. We might get something soon here. We'll see what the price does here on NQ, but we could get something at this low. Change the color so it's more obvious. We can do like a gray. Or we could do like a black. It's just like a little marketing for the stream so people know. Okay, we're getting close to this low. Let's see what it does here. The thing that I like about ES over here, ES did the more picture perfect model. Like if it decided to reject this low, why? Because it pushed up, it inverted this fair value up on the 5-minute, and then comes, and if it sweeps this low and then pushes off, that's like a good confirmation. Where NQ didn't invert this fair value gap yet, and it is now coming to sweep. So we'll see. We're almost to that low. Make it red. Maybe a little like this red. There. Okay, we're at the low on Nasdaq. Let's see how it reacts here. We still have 3.5 minutes left on this 5-minute candle. Took a week 1 RR on BTC delivery from a 15-minute fair value and a 1-minute inverse. Nice. I love it, dude. I love it. Oh, you probably caught this long right here. Yep, right there. 15 minutes. Yeah, that's a good one. Nice catch on that. And that inverse fair value gap right there. Good catch. That was an insane push off that low too. That was a really good trade. Oh, multiple sessions detected. No, there's not multiple sessions. Okay. It looks like NQ and maybe ES might be closing through this low. We'll see. Yeah, look what ES is doing over here. It's got a minute and a half left, but it's kind of looking like it's going to reject that low. Let's see what NQ does. I would love it if it could now push up and close like up here, leaving like a good doji candle. That would be a good confirmation for me. All right, 47 seconds here. ES is giving me exactly what I want. So is NQ. And it's inverting a fair value gap. All right, looks like we're going to get a trade here. Oh man, is he gonna run without us? All right, the order is in. We'll see if it tops us in or not, but the order is in. This is what the trade looks like. That's exactly what I wanted to see. I'll show you what the trade looks like. Why is this? This doesn't look like a big move, but that's 103 points right there. This is a very large move. And it might just run without us. Which kind of stinks. So that's the position right there. We'll see if we get tapped in or not. If it hits my target, I think I might just take off the position. Yes, buying Don P. Yes, this would be a long position. But I don't know if I'm gonna get tapped in here. That'd be a bummer. That's a really good setup. But dude, these don't look big. These candles don't look big, but they're very big candles. Like this move from this wick to this where it is like a 100-point move. Yeah, you're like a 120-point move from this wick to where price is at right now. And that's a very large move. I'll let you guys know if I take off my limit order, but as of right now, I'm just letting the limit order sit there. Price could come retrace down and tap us in, and then. But if it hits the 2R before we can take a trade, then I will cancel my order. So if it hits the target up here before it taps us in, I'll probably cancel my order and see if we get maybe something up here. We also inverted this 5-minute fair value up here. There's a little 5-minute fair value up on NQ. Points. Oh my gosh. I think it's gonna run without us. Now in the video that's coming out, the video that I have coming out, hopefully this weekend, this is actually another entry opportunity here. It's called the 5-minute or the sniper's trap. So that one you stay on the 5-minute time frame. Right? So what do we have here? We have inverse fair value gap. That's a confluence. Then you have price engulfs this, making a 5-minute order block. Your buy limit would be at the top of the 5-minute order block. Stop goes to the bottom of the order block. And you would have actually gotten tapped in on that one. It would have looked like that. Okay, it hit our 2-hour target. I'm going to take off my limit order. I'm going to take off all my orders. It looks like it ran without us. I want to watch to see if this sniper's trap works. Because this looks like a V-shaped recovery on the 1-minute time frame. Look at how aggressive that move is, right? Price pushes down. Boom, does the sweep. Pushes, inverts fair value gap, and just rips, right? Just pushes hard. Now, what price could do here is fail to displace this high and give a large rejection off of that. Like, let's see how, right, the 5-minute here. Let's see how it reacts to this high. Let me mark it out real fast. Did we tap it? We didn't hit it on NQ, so it doesn't give us an entry opportunity. But see how ES did that? It hit this high, and like if it closes with a really large wick back down, if NQ does something similar to that, that could be something. This literally looks like the same exact example I give in the video. That's funny. Because what could happen here? I wonder, let me see something on ES. Did ES tap us in on the long? Oh, look at that. So look at that. NQ didn't tap you in, but look at ES did. So if you would try to do both these, right? Look, ES tapped you in. ES actually would have been way tighter too. ES would have worked. ES would have tapped you in and right there. Ah, see? All right, we're going to take note of that. Take note of that. And then look at what ES is doing here. There's a little fair value gap here. But you can't take the trade yet. The 5-minute candle has to close. But it looks like this ES is failing to displace this high. But you would still be in that long, so you would just kind of ignore that. And you would hope that you get a 5-minute order block here. So what I see here, something that maybe we can look for here is, so the 5-minute gave us a little fair value gap right here. If price decides to retrace into that fair value gap, right here, I'm gonna delete this, get this out of the way. If price comes into this 5-minute fair value gap, okay, on the 1-minute time frame, and say we get a 1-minute, like it starts chopping around and then inverts a fair value gap, that could be where we try to take a position too. Because if price is going to respect this 5-minute fair value gap, that would be a potential opportunity there too. There's no bearish fair value gaps here. So what we could wait for is a bearish fair value gap to form. And then if it inverts that, we can take that inversion also. I'm not really paying attention to Bitcoin. Let's see. Yeah, Bitcoin's not really doing anything yet that I really like. So right here too, if the 5-minute makes this order block too, that could be a 5-minute or sniper's trap too. So you wait for the next 5-minute order block to be formed, and then you would shoot for. So you'd have to wait for this candle to close. These are a couple of my different models, but that's interesting that ES tapped us in, but NQ didn't. Okay. Yes, I do use Twitter for like I watch, like, is it the Watch Guru or whatever? I have post notifications on, so if they like see Trump did something or some world news, I try to stay on that stuff. So we'll see what the 1-minute time frame does in here. and see how this 5-minute candle closes with this fair value gap. So 1 minute kind of retrace into this fair value gap here. Here, we'll mark it out. And see if this gets inverted. But the thing is, ES, look at ES. Like ES, that's a prime 1 minute kill shot right there too. NQ failed to do it, but ES did. That's a 1 minute kill shot. Did ES give you a fair value gap? Right here, this guy. And it would have tapped you in. That's a wide stop loss though. ES has this fair value up here. I'm missing a candle again. Why does it do that? Hold on. My NQ chart's missing a candle. There it is. Now it's back. I was like, I could have sworn this fair value gap was smaller. I'm going to try to take a stab at this. At this inverse fair value gap here. I don't know if we'll get tapped in, but we'll try it out. If it does it. Did it do it? It did not invert it. It did not invert it, so we'll wait. Okay, it inverted it. Stop loss is at that low. Okay, we are in this trade now. The issue is that my account will auto liquidate at $1,500 on the top side because we're doing the eval, so it'll close all the positions early. I just realized that. Oh, I bought here, but we're in some drawdown. So we did an inverse fair value gap. Inverse fair value gap here. Took a buy position, right off the retracement. Price displaced. Price came up, rejected that, fair value gap, but it might not work out because price could have retraced a little bit deeper, and our stop loss is okay. Yep, it didn't work out. Oh yeah, it didn't work out. Did it just close everything for me? Yeah. Yeah, that trade, it closed the position because it was a eval. And we hit the max loss limit on that eval. So frustrating. All right, that trade's gone now. It hit the max. We didn't even hit stop loss, but it hit the max loss limit, so it closed it all. I'm confused. What? I'm very confused. All right, love you. Yeah, that one didn't work out. That sucks. What? I gotta fix everything now. Copy trading groups. Use Twitter for that's a very long position. What are you redoing? Not saying. Where? Okay. Let's clean this up a little bit. Sorry, I gotta fix some things. I have accounts that are not assigned. Yep. Okay. All right. Okay, we're just gonna be doing it over here now, because that was an eval, and we're gonna do this. Okay. Because now that account's irrelevant. Damn, man, I'm bummed that first one didn't work out. Let's see. Okay. Okay. It looks like that the short is working out here. Too bad NQ didn't give it to us over here, but ES did. Dang, ES or NQ, why didn't you sweep that high? Okay. Bitcoin. Bitcoin hasn't swept any highs. Okay. Bitcoin didn't give us any positions yesterday either, if I remember correctly. Or did it? No, it did. It did. Never mind. Yeah, it looks like NQ is going to be pushing through here now. I'm really bummed it did not sweep that high. Sucks. I'm interested to see how does price react to this inverse fair value gap down here. What does price do here? Does it push through it or does it? Because this actually would have tapped us in if we would have left our order open. I wonder what it does here. Does it push off? I don't love this 5 minute fair value gap though, or a 5 minute candle here. It closed through the day low. Closed here, leaving bearish order blocks. But it definitely could. I'm not doing anything here. Just watching. Okay. That's a bummer that first one didn't tag us in. This week has not been a fun week. Last week was an amazing week. Last week was a great week. This week, not so much. This week has not been fun. Yep. Looks like price is gonna break through. Dude, ES gave both setups over here. ES tagged you in on this one. You would have caught that dub. And then you could have literally taken this next one and caught in that short. ES would have done both of them. Ugh. I think what I'm gonna do after we're kind of done trading today, I'm gonna back test this week. This week was a rough week. I'm gonna back test it, take some notes, see what I could have done better this week. This one was not a fun week. I know some people too have been asking for data on my 1 minute kill shot strategy. I'm gonna be doing some back testing to get numbers of like what's the specific win rate and stuff. And so then when people come and ask, I have like good data points. Yeah, this week was not a good week for me. I was like coming off the high of last week of like, yeah, dude, we're killing it. We're doing good. We're getting evals passed. We're getting the payout. Like, and then this week is like, all that just stopped. That's so frustrating with the do eval on Oh, well. Yeah. Looks like price is continuing down lower. So that was a bummer. That was like it looked pretty solid in regards to the liquidity sweep, you know, making a 5-minute order block. We had 5-minute fair value gaps, and it decided to keep continuing down. ES, oh man, ES did the sweep and everything. It gave us both trade opportunities and tagged you in for both. ES. I'm gonna be taking note of that too. So, yes, what a tag doing on this guy? Okay. And then, yes, for 1-minute kill shot, would have tagged you in on this guy. Like that. And this one you could have closed once you saw the other 1-minute kill shot form. Do this, the other 1-minute kill shot that goes along with the more bias of the trend. And this one you'd still be in the position. You'd be floating up right now like that. What is 27 points on this? Let's see. If we had 3 contracts on here, what is 27 points? So risking like $100, and you're up like, oh my, 430. Okay. So frustrating. Oh well. Yeah, I think I'm kind of tempted right now. Here, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna backtest with you guys. We're gonna backtest this week real fast. I'm done trading in queue for the day, just because I've been getting wrecked this week by it, and it's Friday. I'm not gonna try to save my week. Let me tell you, we're not gonna save the week today. What is this on my screen? Let's do this. Let's go do some back testing. We're going to create a new session. 1 minute kill shot. Data for 1 minute kill shot. And we're going to start back from August. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Put it in the playbook. Symbols in queue. Yeah, we're going to M in queue. And we're just going to trade with 3 contracts and see what it does. And we're going to start back from August. Wait, yeah, November, October, September. Yep, 3 months of data. Okay. No end date. Starting balance. We'll just say like a 50K account. And then create session. Date range. Oh. We'll just say, yeah, November 7th. Okay, not November 7th. November 6th. Okay, can't be November 6th. November 5th. There we go. Jeez. All right, we're just going to go to October. All right, what are we at? So let's do it. 4 week. I'm going to show you guys how I backtest right now. We're going to do this. Let's get this out of the way. Month. Okay, let's do this real fast. I don't like that blue. Oh, that like hurts my eyes. No, let's do. Oh, we'll do that blue. That's much better. And we'll do. Like a little off-white. There we go. Man, there we go. All right, save. Okay. There we go. Month low. We're gonna do a little bit of back testing real fast. Week. Mark out the. And then day. This is literally how I do my analysis every single day. There we go. We'll just start with that. 1 hour. Then we drop down to the 1 hour, and then we'll mark out session highs and lows. Oh wait, what? We're in the wrong time zone. There we go. We want to go to... What just happened? What just happened to my screen? Please don't say you deleted all that, what we just did. Okay, thank you. All right. Okay, let me get up. We want to be at market open. All right, there we go. London high. And then London low. Okay. So now we can start back testing. Did it tap this? Nope. Okay. Okay, that's weird. Oh, these can be deleted. All right, so 5 minute. Market opens. Are we at market open? 9:25. Okay. Minutes. 5 minutes. So we're gonna wait for a 5 minute liquidity sweep and see. Let's see. Nothing there. And that's a pretty large wick. That for me I would be willing to take that risk. And you got to trade it like you would in real life, right? You can't do backtesting like fake. Okay, we inverted it. Oh, I forget that it does that. Yep, we inverted it and place order. Yep, buy, limit. We want to buy 3 contracts. We're just going to do it just like we would normal. 3 contracts. We're going to take off this TP up here. And then let me just make sure this inverted. Yep, that inverted that candle. Buy limit, stop. Wow, this is a big stop loss. 70-point stop loss. Jeez. Okay. And then you got tapped in. Copy price. We're going to sell limit of 2. Okay, that's our TP up there. And we'll see. Holy smokes. That's pretty sick. Okay, that one works. You still haven't gotten a 5-minute order block. So let's go to the 5-minute time frame and let's see if we can trail stops on 5-minute order blocks. So now stop loss would be at entry. And then see if you get any order blocks. Okay. First order block right there. Next order block right there. Oh, there's actually Another 1 minute kill shot right there. Yeah. And you inverted a fair value gap. 1 minute. Boom. Right there, you close your position. Okay. That was an insane trade for a first trade. That was it for 3 contracts. You just made $866. This is why I hate backtesting, because it's like, dang it, dude, it works. I mean, this is only one trade in. Let's get 3 months of data. That's an insane first trade, though, to do on backtesting. That's a really good trade for 3 micro contracts. You make almost $900. That's not a normal trade. Oh wait, what am I doing? This can be deleted and this can be deleted. Okay, man. Okay. Okay, so now we're 1 and done. So we took a trade, we won. I mean, you're literally about to get another one too. But I'm 1 and done. I don't trade multiple. So we're just gonna do it just like that. 1 and done. Let's do a week. Let's get a week under our belt of back testing. I'll just show you guys one. This will be hopefully a nice little like educational back testing session. And then 2, we can actually get some data here right in front of your eyes. We'll get a week's worth of data real quick. So this week got hit. We have this week low here, week high up here. Okay, now let's drop down the day time frame. Let's mark out our day high lows. You have this day high right here. And you have, we'll mark out some of these day lows that haven't been touched real fast. Okay, all these have been tapped. Okay, so that's it for us right now. Let's double check. This is 9 a.m. Yep. Okay. 7 midnight. Let me double check Bitcoin over here. Okay, nothing's going on Bitcoin. Let's mark out session high lows. Let me know in the chat. Do you guys like this kind of stuff? Why take your TP till it hits a high or a low? Why don't you take a TP until, like, you're saying, why do I have it hit at 2R? Is that what you're saying? Like, why do I not put my take profit at like an external range liquidity? Is that what you're kind of saying, Sean? It's funny you asked that. I literally have I've literally debated on that. Like, man, why do I take it at 2R? Like, because if it's gonna flip, right? If it's gonna go that way, it should attack external range liquidity, right? Like it should go and hit that previous high or whatever. I've thought about that. I think what I want to do, Sean, is first just be happy with 2R. And if it's like, okay, 2R works, but it always goes higher and it always goes to external range liquidity, and it's like pretty obvious that it always goes to external range liquidity, then I'd be like, let's change that. So what you can do, right? So say say for this session, right? We're gonna back test only using 2R, where we take off 2/3 of our position at 2R and then we hold the rest. Okay. But what you can do after you get that data, and you say, okay, that's good data, but can we make it better? And so then you do another backtesting session, the same time span, but then you shoot, like for what you're saying, instead of 2R, you just shoot for the next external range liquidity or internal range liquidity, right? So then you're like, I don't care if it's 2R or whatever, we're just gonna shoot for external range liquidity. That's it. And then take 2/3 there, and then let's see if it runs, right? So that's something to take note of as you're watching your backtesting, and like, hey, hit external range liquidity again. Hit it again, hit it again. Okay, next time we do a backtesting session, let's do another one, but let's shoot for that. So I've literally thought of that, Sean. It's funny that you said that. Okay, and none of the highs are available. All right, let's see. I'm just gonna I'm not gonna mark out all these lows. I just want to be a little faster. We'll just pay attention. Okay. Jeez. It's a big candle right there. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this one, right? This one would be, in my opinion, a more risky 1 minute kill shot because it's pumped up. You swept this low here, but it's like not a great confirmation. Let's see on the 1 minute time frame. Did you invert a fair value gap? You inverted this guy right here, but the candle already closed. News day, 100%. Yeah, this is definitely like a news day. This one actually would have ran without you because the 5 minute candle closed, swept, closed, and then it already inverted all these fair value gaps. So this would have been the trade. And you would have already hit. Actually, you wouldn't have. All right, we'll put in this order. We'll see. Okay, we're going to put in the order, but we're going to watch. Oh my gosh. Okay, next 1 minute candle shot you down. I don't know if this trade is going to do well. This is not a trade that's like in confidence inspiring. Let's see what the next candle does. Oh, you got stopped out. Yeah. Okay. You swept lows again. Let's see the 1 minute time frame. Oh wait, is this 5 minute candle closed? Okay. That one didn't work out. You got 5 minute candle closure down. But that one you didn't even lose out. I don't even think you lost like $100 on that trade, so that's not bad. Okay, you're getting failure to displace this high, but it's not really like a big wick. Let me see on the 1 minute time frame. You did failure to displace that high. Let's see if it inverts this guy. All right, let's see what the 5 minute looks like. Okay, again, failure to displace this high. And you got your first bearish candle. No fair value gaps. Okay. Yeah. I did not like the idea of going short there. Dang. That sucks. You got stopped out on this one. Came down, never gave you an entry opportunity, and then ripped. That's a bummer. Oh, okay, that's a good one right there. This low here, large wick. You're about to invert a fair value gap. Let's see. All right, nothing on Bitcoin still. I'm just checking on the charts over here a little bit. Okay. Let's see if you get this inversion. Okay. Right there. Stop. This looks like a wide. Oh, it's only 24 points. It's not bad. Okay. Market. limit. Okay, let's see. Around, take off the TP. See if you get tapped in here. This one's pretty solid. Very large wick underneath this low. And you tapped into this internal range of liquidity here. This one would be this gives me way more confidence than this one over here. We'll see what it does though. We'll see if it actually works. Okay, you're tapped in right there. And then we're gonna copy price, sell, limit to. Okay, TP's up there. Let's see if you get TP. Okay, no order blocks. Wow, is this gonna stop? Imagine this one stops you out too. Why am I doing this? Let's go 5 minute. Okay, we did just get an order block here, so you can take off a ton of risk. I have a feeling though this is gonna stop you out, which would be a bummer because I think it's gonna go up. But you did get an order block, so we took off a ton of risk. So we took off like pretty much you're at break even. Okay, you got stopped out. So that one was pretty much like a break even trade. You didn't really lose any money on that one. You lost like a couple bucks. Let's see how much we actually did lose on that one. $20. Yeah, you only lost $20 on that trade. All right, let's see. Nasdaq just hit New York low from 22 October. Yep, that week. Yeah, hit those double week lows. Here, let's put it over here real fast. So Nasdaq hit this area that I was like wanting to see what it would do here. Let me go to a higher time frame. Yeah, look at that, very bearish. ES looks extremely bearish here too. Nothing really for me yet. Yeah, nothing for me yet that I could even look at. I would need like some kind of sweep. So we'll see. I am watching it, but nothing right now for me on Nasdaq. Or Bitcoin. Bitcoin still hasn't really done anything. Okay, what time are we at? 14:45. Okay, so we're almost done with New York session here. Okay, you got another sweep of these lows, but they're not important. It really had to be this wick low here. All right. You got a big rejection wick here. And this fair value gap. See what price does here. See the 5 minute time frame. Okay. All right, we're going to take this short here, and this will be your third trade of the day. So after this is your last trade for this day. Oh, okay, well, it works out. I didn't mean to do that. Market limit 3. Okay. Take off this guy. Let's see if it works. Well, let's see if you even get tapped in here. Okay, you haven't hit your target yet. Let's check the 5 minute just to make sure there's nothing. All right, what I'm noticing here, see how price wicked off that? I'm going to ignore this guy. Any fair value gaps that it inverted. I'm gonna go for this guy instead. 1 minute. Okay. You inverted. Okay. All right, let's see if you get tapped in here. Okay, you're tapped in. Let's see how this one. This is your last trade of this day. Which will be 2. Okay, let's see if you hit TP. That would literally be basically your entry for that inverse fair value gap anyway, so. Let's go to the 5 minutes, see if you get any order blocks. Because basically the 1 minute doesn't matter anymore. There you go. Another big wick, but let's see. Let me go back one so we can just go 5 minute candles now. Let's see if we get some order blocks and can take a dub here today. Bruh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're sitting nice on this trade. Actually, it's actually not as big as you think. You're only up 140 bucks. Now you're up a good amount, 154. Wait, did that make an order block? Nope. All right, oh, dang it. It doesn't keep running. Oh, wait. Sorry. There is a, right here, 1 minute kill shot. So let's see, did it invert any fair value gaps? Because if so, we'll close. Yes, it did. Okay, so we will close that position because we have a opposite direction 1 minute kill shot. Close. That was a good trade. Now you're up $1,000 in 2 days. Wow, I wish this could be my real accounts. That was a sick trade. Okay, let's go the next day. So you're able to turn that day around. You had like 2 small losses on that day, right? There was a $24 loss and a $114 loss, and then that trade was a $252 win. So you end that day green. All right, let's go to next day. 6:30. Okay. Start from the day. Work and mark out our day high lows and everything. So we can delete these guys. Delete these guys. And then this is no longer Asia low. This is day low. Any other? Yep. Okay, that's it. So 1 hour. Let's mark out session high lows. London got hit. Asia low got hit, so it looks like London low is the only liquidity out that's available. Okay, drop down to the 5 minute. And now let's see. See if we get anything. Okay, nothing there. That's a bummer. Nothing there. Whoa. You do got this wick here. I'd be down to take that. Yeah, and you got an inverse fair value gap, and it's pretty tight. Is that an inverse fair value gap? It looks like it. Yep, inverse fair value gap. Okay, let's take it. And it's pretty tight. Wow, this is a tight stop loss. If this actually like works, this would be an insane entry. 3. Hopefully this also helps you guys just understand my model a little better too. You guys getting to see it over and over again. Okay. Buy limit. All right. Orders in. 1 minute. Let's see if we get tapped in here. Oh, we get tapped in and tapped out. So that's a losing trade. But you were risking only 11 points, so that's a very I would take that trade every day. Like that entry would be insane. Okay. That one didn't work out. Yeah, tapped in, tapped out. Oh, let me fix this. There we go. Close below that low. Good, good. Yeah, let me know if this is helpful, because maybe we can do this more in the future. You know, like good, okay. I just realized I almost missed this. There's this high here. Price came up, wicked it. And let's see if we got a fair value gap here. Very small one right here. I'm watching Nasdaq over here and Bitcoin and everything too. Oh, Bitcoin actually, let me move back over here. Bitcoin actually might be doing something real fast. I'm gonna lock in on Bitcoin real quick. It might actually be giving us something here. I want to see how Bitcoin reacts to this high. This could be a potential short opportunity. But dude, this displacement on the 1 minute to the upside is actually pretty insane. Like, look at this right here. We'll see how price reacts here. I'd want to see a pretty obvious rejection wick. Like, is there any examples? There's not really any examples nearby, but I mean, you guys have seen in the back testing. I'm looking for those big wicks, right? That like reject off those highs. Oh. Maybe we'll have to do a Sunday night where literally the whole live stream is a Sunday night live stream where I literally am just breaking down the 1 minute kill shot for everyone. We're doing analysis. Like basically I'm going to teach you guys my whole morning routine, market routine, the model, and then what I look for to execute, how I take TPs. And we literally just do like a back testing session of getting data. I might do that. What am I doing this Sunday? Because every Sunday night I work, like for this stuff. What are we doing this Sunday night? Maybe we do that this Sunday during Asia session. We can watch Asia session, but do a really deep dive backtesting session. I teach you guys the 1 minute kill shot, and just like we just dive in. Everyone can just ask a bunch of questions and we do analysis and all that stuff. I just teach you guys what I do every day. All right, 4 seconds left on this 5 minute candle. I don't think we're getting anything here. Yeah, didn't give us nothing. So let's see in Q. NQ's not giving us anything. ES isn't giving anything. I mean, we're not going to trade ES anyways, but even ES isn't like setting up something that maybe could be an indicator for NQ. All right, we're going to go back to some more back testing. Get this week done. And we'll see, and we can look at the stats for this week of data. We're looking for this trade, right? Yeah. Right. Let me see the 5-minute. Yep. Wick above that. Okay. And then it'd be a short opportunity. Okay. Did that invert? I would count that as an inversion. It looks like it inverted. Right? Would you guys count that as an inversion? I think I'd count that as an inversion. Okay. All right. Sell 3. Let's see. Do we get tapped in? We're tapped in. Let's get the TP set up. 2. All right, buy 2. Okay. TP set up. Let's see if it. Let's go. Let me go up to the 5-minute time frame real fast, and we'll just watch it from there. Sweet. TP hit. Okay. Let's go to the 5-minute. Nope. Size does not matter at all. Size does not matter on the fair value gap. If there's a fair value gap, unless it's like, unless it's like a pixel and you're like, you gotta really look if that's a fair value gap, then probably just ignore it. But if it's a small fair value gap, size does not matter. It could be a big one. It could be a small one. I honestly prefer the small ones because they give you better entries. Oh wait, whoops. We hit. So this is supposed to move to break even. Looks like we might get tapped out here at break even. Yep. Okay, you got tapped out at break even, but you're able to hit TP. Notice how that one never would have hit external range liquidity. Notice that? And then you would have gotten stopped out too. Didn't hit external range liquidity, and then you get stopped out. That would have sucked. Okay, one and done. This day's done. Let's go to the Wednesday now. 6:30. Okay. Let's do our analysis, right? Still, price looks pretty bearish overall on this higher time frame. Okay. And then London low is still open. Okay. Let's watch this real fast. What is going on? Yeah. I want to see what NQ does here with this low. Does it do another? like this over here. Same for ES. All right, it might take a little longer. I thought it was gonna happen. I'm gonna watch it though. I'm gonna be watching it and see if it taps that low and does like a little liquidity sweep. Okay, these are all marked out. Let's drop down to the 5-minute. All right, let's see. Oh wow. Big wick there. And you have a fair value gap here. Why is it not? All right, let's see. Okay. Let's see on the 1-minute. All right, inverts it. Why is it not working? Oh, there we go. Okay. Well. Okay, let's see. Okay, you got tapped in. Buy limit. 2. This price. TP set up. Let's see if we get it. Uh-oh. Okay, that one didn't work. You got stopped out. Another big wick. Oh, wait. You closed above the high, though. You got to ignore it. I think the liquidity sweep depends on the market volume, TP. Yeah. Could be. I don't focus much on market volume. I know some people do. Okay, so we are going to ignore this. We ignore this one. Why? Because it closed above this high here. So this London high price closed above it. So we ignore this downside movement. And that's why we ignore it. It's a bummer it didn't give you an opportunity, but I don't like this. But we're just going to execute. I don't care if I like it or not. It did the little setup, so we're going to see if we can catch it. Wait. Okay, I guess we'll market sell here. 3. Stop loss goes to this high. To R is right. There buy limit. Wait, what is this? No, buy. Okay, buy limit of 2. Let's see how this works out. V-shaped recovery earlier, yeah. Are you talking about down there? Where is it? This V-shaped recovery? Did I put the limit in? Wait, what happened? Nope, wait, hold on. What did I just do? Oh, shoot. Can I undo? Hold on, let me redo this. I messed it up. Okay. There. Sell. Market sell. 3. Stop loss goes up here. Okay, buy limit of 2. Okay. All right, let's see if this works. The reason why we took it, large wick from these highs here that look like it's displacing. But the thing I don't like about this, like in my own head, if I was thinking about it, that we're very close to day high. I think this is still going to go to day high, but I'm just going to execute mechanically because we could retrace down to like this 5-minute fair value gap or the order block. So it could work out. I don't love it though. Let me see any order blocks. We're already at the order block, so no fresh ones. Yeah, this is, I don't think this is gonna work. Maybe? Oh, okay, you get to take off some risk. You got this order block here. Yeah, you're gonna get stopped out. Yeah, I would not have liked to take that trade. But we're just gonna stay mechanical and get the data. But my intuition there would have worked. Close above. See, now you're getting big wicks. But for me, I would want to see a little bit more of that. Yeah, be close through it. Still nothing. Still nothing. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Price hit into these lows here. Big wick. Go to the 1-minute time frame. Invert. You got a fair value gap here. Let's see if we invert it. Check the 5-minute time frame. Okay, we're still good. All right, we could take this one. Oh, right there. Okay, buy. Yep. Three. Take off TP. Okay, let's see if we get tapped in. Yep, you do. Set up partial TP. Okay. All right, hold up. Let's see what NQ's doing here. I don't like that. I'd want to see more of a wick. I don't like that at all. And this higher time frame, like look at the 4 hour, dude. The 4 hour looks like it wants to come down to these equal lows. I don't think I'm going to try to catch this falling knife here. Yeah, I'm going to skip out on this. I don't think... One, the wick is very small, and the body of this candle closed below both of these wick lows, leaving a bearish order block. We got a very small wick at this low. To me, that looks like momentum to the downside still. So I'm gonna ignore this. That's not really what I like to see for the setup. It's got to look like something like that. Like right, a big wick, and even if it closes bullish is even better. But like it's gotta look something like this. So I'm gonna ignore this one for right now. We're gonna just keep back testing and finish this week out. How many trades have we taken on this Wednesday? I'm kind of August 6th. We've taken. Oh, we've already taken 2 trades on this day. All right, Wednesday, August 6th. Oh, wait, it's 1600 hours right now. We'll see. August 6th, 2025. We've taken, 1, 2 trades. Okay. So let's see if this one works. You need it to work in like a minute. Or we got a little bit more than a minute. You got up until this is when market closes. This is when the market closes. Oh, we got plenty of time. Right there, that black line. Can we get a trade to win before that black line? We go the 5 minute. That sucks. Oh, that sucks. Dang, this is a red day. This is a red day. That's 3 trades. Okay, on to the next day. It's the first red day. Dude. ES. ES looks like it's setting up actually pretty nicely. Let me see how many points this is. I might take a stab. I think I'm going to take a stab at this. Let me see. 5 minute. It's pushing up. We'll be able to take off some risk. ES looks like it's pushing off too. What do I do? What do I do? You'd be targeting this high. How much are you risking? 25 points. I mean, as of right now, it hasn't even tapped you in. I bet ES tapped you in. Five-minute candle close. Nice bullish candle closure. Did ES give you anything? ES hasn't even really done anything. It inverted this one, but that was before the 5-minute candle came in. Did we get an order block? Not yet. I'm gonna take a stab at it. Could be, this could hurt, but it's set up. I hope it, the reason why I like it is because ES and NQ are both, of course, it's probably not going to work. We'll see. I'm just going to leave it. I mean, I'm just going to try to execute properly. Like I'm trying not to get in my head, you know, I'm just going to like execute. Yeah, it looks like it's probably going to fail, which was my intuition was saying. My feelings were saying to ignore it, but I was trying to just stick mechanical with it. I should have stuck with my feelings, I guess. Well, it's not over, actually. It's not over. See if it gives us any kind of saving grace here. We're just gonna stay mechanical. Follow that though. If you guys remember from yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I was saying I really need to start sticking with the 5-minute order blocks. I'm gonna try to be super disciplined with that. I think we're gonna get stopped out here. I don't think this one's gonna work. I'm just trying to at this point just execute mechanically and just not even think and just stick to the plan or stick to the model. And because this week, in the beginning of the week, I let my emotions get in the way of actually winning trades. So I'm trying not to let my thoughts and emotions to get in the way of potentially a winning trade, right? Because if it's set up on ES and in Q, that's two assets correlating. It could work out, but it looks like it might not. I'm going to watch this 5-minute candle in the next minute and a half. If this 5-minute candle closes the low, we'll close the position here, but it might stop us out beforehand. But if this 5-minute candle closes below this 5-minute low here, that's an invalidation of our trade and we will close. But if it holds it, then we're going to keep the trade open and see if it can still give us a winner. But I feel like the thing for me right now is like trying to take these longs. We're just trying to fight an uphill battle against a clear army going the opposite direction. And that's why I don't love the idea of taking this long because of that. Because the overall higher time frame trend is very bearish. And right, you're like essentially this type of trade is like trying to catch the bottom of the move to then hopefully it runs up. But I don't like to personally doing that, and I don't recommend people doing that. But the reason why I'm taking this is because my model presented itself, and I'm just going to try to execute because of that. All right, I closed the position. 8 closed through this low here, and that's an invalidation of the trade. So another loss. Another loss for today. That sucks. But hey, we executed properly. And you know, that's the best I can do. All right. That'd be a little bit of frustrating if it closed through it, but then still runs up. But if you guys remember yesterday, nothing. You didn't miss nothing. You missed a losing trade. That's what you missed. There was a long opportunity here with the 1 minute kill shot, but like I was trying to, I don't know if you heard me, Sean. I was just saying, like, I don't like the idea of taking longs right now, but that's what keeps setting up for me to take. I just don't like the idea of taking the long. Because when you look at this 4 hour, dude, like, look at that. That's bearish, bro. That's super bearish. Okay, ES didn't close below the low. ES today has been the better asset to trade. We haven't taken a single trade on it because I told you guys I wouldn't, because it's a new asset for us. But, dude, ES is looking like the better asset to trade. NQ is just being a jerk, dude. Oh, my. Dang it. NQ, why'd you have to close below the low, bro? Why'd you have to close below that low? But look at this market right now. That's not... It's like a barcode.
Order filled.
I don't even think my copy trader is working. That trade not go through? Okay, let's go back to back testing. I'm not really liking NQ right now. And after that second loss, that's 2 losses. I'm done for the day. All right. Let's delete that. Delete this. Delete this. I know I shouldn't predict the market, but my thought for next week's are Monday chop, Tuesday maybe, but Wednesday, Friday long. Yeah, next week we could finally start seeing some bullish momentum. You know, we're hitting into some key levels on these higher time frames. You know, that like there's that equal low below us. We're hitting to that big like FOMC volatility range. It could be where it starts getting more bullish, but yeah, I'm glad I closed the position. It looks like it's gonna go. It would hit full TP or full stop loss. I mean, so we cut off a little bit of losses there. Let's get back into some back testing. Let's get some data gathering. Asia low. London low. And then London high. And just get back into like just putting that practice, right? Like when you're feeling off, when you're feeling like you're not doing it, go practice your model, you know, go put in some reps. Okay, 5-minute time frame. Let's see what we get here. Let's make sure we're at 9:30 market open. 25K. Nothing. All right, that's something right there. Oh. Okay. L3 min Q. All right, let's see if we get tapped in and see if we can oh wait, hold up. We just got tapped in, but look at what it did. Yeah, wait. We shouldn't be taking this trade. Let's go back one. Because we got right here a long opportunity. Whoop. Yep. That's why it's important to pay attention to the 5-minute. So this big candle, this first one here is something because look what it did at this high. Right? It left a large wick from this high. This high, right? So see that large wick? It never tapped you in, but that's something right there. Right? Now, what's important to pay attention to is still the 5-minute because look what the 5-minute just did here. Hit this wick. So now this is invalidated, and now you need to be paying attention to what's down here. So, it's that big liquidity sweep. Did that invert? All right, it did invert. Yeah. So that short's invalidated, and now you're gonna want to go long. Because of the liquidity sweep below you. Okay, buy 3. Let's take out this TP. Okay. You're tapped in. But it's important. You got to watch that 5-minute time frame because it could give you, you know, invalidations. And then you got to flip to the other way, right? Makes sense. Good. Yeah. Okay. So let's see if we hit TP. With what we saw, I think it is going to hit TP. Let's go to the 5-minute time frame. We'll watch it from there. Okay. 5-minute. Sweet. You hit TP. Are you going to be able to trail and, oh, wow. Price is really choppy on this one. Oh, wait. Almost forgot. Stops go to break even. You hit TP. Stops go to break even. And you get stopped out. Well, overall, that was a winning trade. Okay. You're done for this day. This is the last day of this week. Let's see how we can finish out the first week of August. All right. And you know what? Maybe something I need to start doing better is just literally waiting for like the ones where I'm like, that's obvious. Like if I can't sit here and tell you guys that's the trade, like that's obvious, then we shouldn't be trading it. What's the app called? TradeZella. If you use the link down below, I have a code Maniac. It should give you 10% off TradeZella. But in order to do this, you got to pay for like the monthly, or you can pay for a year. Highly recommend it. It's got back testing, trade journaling, and what I think I want to do in the future is I can do what's called mentor mode, where you guys could submit like your backtesting sessions or trade images and things like that, and then ask for my feedback. So like say Sean, you went in, did a backtesting session on 1 minute kill shot, and there's some setups who are like, hey, am I reading this right? You could send like a photo of it. You send it to me as your mentor in the TradeZella, and then I can like give you reviews, give you notes, and give you feedback on like your backtesting session. Are you executing the model properly? What you can do better, things like that. So it's kind of cool what you can do in this software. That'll be, I'm not there yet because I want to be consistently profitable first, like really, really consistently profitable before I start, you know, trying to tell people how to be better. In regards to like a mentor mode thing. All right, last day. Let's get this last day in, and then we'll look at the results of how was the first week of August. And then my goal is to get 3 months of data in on this thing, and then that's when you can really trust your data. 3 months of data or 100 trades, whichever comes first. That's like a good amount of testing. Okay, pretty choppy right here. There's not much momentum between Asia and London. So we'll see what it gives us, which is kind of nice. That means it'll hit one of those. Should, at least. Okay, that's a very large wick, but it's not at any like point of interest. Like, you do have this high. I don't know. I'm gonna ignore this one. I'm gonna ignore that one. Why? Because that's not a swing high. This is a swing high. Or like this low would have been more important. But I'm gonna ignore that. Yeah. All right, still nothing. Right, I haven't missed any because we want to make sure the data's right. Even if it's a losing trade, we want to make sure it gets those losers in there too. Still nothing. Oh, okay. Looks like we have something right here. Let's see on the 1 minute time frame. Yep. Okay. It inverted it before the 5 minute candle closed. So we'll just market sell it and do it that way. Market sell. Oh, let's take this off. And then let's go buy limit. Just so you know, this isn't an app too. This is only on, I wish TradeZella had a phone app, but they don't. It's only web-based at the moment. I'm sure they're probably working on a phone app, but as of right now, it's only a web-based. All right, let's watch this 5 minute time frame. Okay, let's go up to 5 minute, and we're just gonna wait. We could get stopped out, but we'll see. Okay, you get an order block, and the nice thing is it's in profit. So it's a winning trade. Either way. Hopefully it can hit TP, though. Wait. Oh, shoot. It hit stop loss before it hit TP. Wait, hold up. Hold up. Hold up. It entered us into a long. So let me go down. Or, yeah. So let me go down here. Okay, you get stopped out. We're going to remove this, take profit. But then that's a bummer because it literally then goes to TP. That sucks. It's probably going to rip down too. Oh my gosh. That would be infuriating. Oh my gosh. I'd be pissed off. Oh my gosh. That'd suck. Well, it's probably going to... Oh, okay. Well, I guess you don't go that... Okay. It's actually not that bad. Okay, but that Friday's done too. You took a small win. So you end this week green. All right, now let's look at the data. Okay, so we got a week's worth of data here. So now we can kind of see like how does 1 minute kill shot perform. All right, this one we just did. Not bad. 45% win rate at the moment. 2.58 profit factor. That's great. 83.33% day win percentage, and 3.1 is your average win to loss. Really good stats so far, right? Now it just is to up to your execution, right? So like my goals though to get all right, so we did August. This is what August looks like. 1 red day so far. My goal is to get data for you guys to October, and then we just keep doing backtesting sessions throughout it, and as we get through November and stuff, and we can just add to our data. But I want to have a clear... I'm going to delete this other one. Wait, no. I'm going to delete this other 1 minute kill shot because it's old and I don't remember exactly how I was executing on it. So delete this guy. We're just going to have the 1 minute kill shot here. Okay. Okay, there you go. We'll be adding to this over time and keep doing it so I can get data, so then when people come and ask, what's the data on your 1 minute kill shot, I can show them, you know, accurate data. All right, guys. Bitcoin has yet to give me anything over here. Nasdaq looks still very bearish, like I've been saying. It's just a falling knife. And I'm done trying to catch it. I'm done trying to catch it. So, all right, everyone. I think I'm going to call it for the stream today. We've been streaming for about 3 hours. I'm going to call it. I hope you guys have a great Friday and a great weekend, and I will see you guys next Monday.